Hello, Apple people. I thought you might be interested in looking at your work together. So you're both like exploding on the scene with vibrancy, which Apple doesn't really do right now, except they do it when they show, when they want to show like vivid screen quality. So perhaps you could do a combination of both, but I can see you're both thinking along the same lines of really colorful explosions. That might be interesting. I liked the comic book a lot, maybe because I'm thinking about Stan Lee, but I also really like the retro one. Retro one is interesting to me because I know Apple sort of came out at the end of that era, so it might be interesting to do a scene like that. It might be harder. I don't know if you have the skills. But some of this too kind of reminded me of the different starting screens you see when you open any of the Adobe products. You know how those sort of change all the time. So if anything, I think perhaps the vector illustration are the way to go because they're very sharp and they're high contrast, which is something that Apple really tries to push. Anything that's a little fuzzy, maybe not the direction you want to go in. Let's just take a look at Apple real quick. Trying to sell me this phone that I'm very tempted by. But, again, clean, clear, very sharp and high contrast. That seems to be their number one concern. So I think for both of you, if you chose anything vector, that would work really well. Some of the soft stuff I think would sort of dilute the brand. And then over here, you can see in conjunction with these really hot contrasts, the bottom two would work really well. These tattoos could work too, but I don't think that peach background would, I'm sure you didn't mean that, but you would have to make sure that they were alone and very bright. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Interesting start. Let me know if you have any questions.